everyone. It is Tuesday the 14th of June. The time right now is 5:29 p.m. and the temperature, well, I cannot see the temperature, it's 30 degrees. I did that a little bit ago. And we are in Kuta, sort of at the heart of this touristy area. I was meaning to turn that, so we're in the heart of this touristy area. Going to the beach. The sun will be setting in a moment, and then I'm sure people will be heading out to bars if they're not there already, and out to eat. I think this must be where they park. So that's the Hard Rock Cafe, which is sort of in the middle here. There's also a shopping center coming along very close by. There are quite a few hotels around here. Oh, there's a temple and they are actually praying here. I think we should make our way around here. So not simply for the beach, but actually for the temple, which is so I guess the people have come with their bikes and are taking part in a ceremony here, so I'll try to cross here as soon as I can, so that I'm not going directly at them with the camera. But of course there's quite a bit of traffic. It's always that the taxis think whenever you stopped anywhere, it's pretty much for the purpose of getting a car. It's very, very beautiful. And they're in the middle of the cars doing this, you would wish. Quiet place, but very, very beautiful. There's a little, very cute gelato place that's closed though. And what I'm going to do here is go out of this busy road and have a look at the beach. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Just waiting for a couple of ladies to go. So the gates here are also fairly impressive. Oh, I should have brought my flip-flops now. My shoes will definitely be full of sand. But what a pretty sight, and I imagine it's only going to get prettier from here as the sun sets. Kuta is not my favorite beach area. In the past, I think there was quite a lot of sort of selling stuff going on here, and yeah. So did I say that we're walking towards Legian and Seminyak here? So I'm going to make my way from Kuta, the touristy area here. Seminyak and Legian are also fairly touristy, of course, but my plan is to make it away from what for me feels like the worst of it. I know a lot of people actually really, really enjoy the busyness of it. More a little bit calm, a little bit more relaxed vibe type of person. The Hard Rock Cafe, and people have just put chairs here to have, I guess, drinks and food. Some people are surfing. I saw quite a few people heading out with their surfboards this morning. And actually it was really, really fun to see that it was all ages, sort of doing that. I kind of have always thought I'm probably a little bit old to try that kind of a hobby. I don't like going underwater that much, but yeah, it's very much a variety of people here in Bali doing water sports and surfing, which is encouraging. I might try that myself. I think I should probably do one of those courses. I hope no one hears me because they're going to come and offer one instantly. But I think that might be a fun thing to do at some point. Maybe in September. I don't know about the winds. I mean, is there a good, what's the sort of, is there different wind, different beaches, different times of year? You'd have to, I guess, take that into account. Right now there are the kites as well. And it seems the people in there are getting quite good. I don't know what you call it. Good ones of it, can I say that? Looks very impressive in any case. And I think with a little bit cloudy sky, the sunset might be really, really beautiful. Behind us are also these hotels and buildings with the traditional type of roofs. It's very pretty. Well, it must be amazing at sunset to be there doing that. You can hear the water as well. But it's probably not very good for swimming with that amount of waves. A lot of people taking photos as well. That would be a beautiful photo of the lady standing there in the sunset. Bali has always had, in my opinion, some of the absolutely most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen, and it seems to be fairly constant. So every time I've been in Bali, there's not been time I visited Bali when and sunset wasn't just amazing. So this is my hope for tonight as well, to catch one of those really, really, really beautiful ones. There's hope with the clouds, I think. Oh, I need to find a place where the sand is a little bit firm. Otherwise it's a pain to walk, especially without flip-flops. Well, a lot of people out. It's kind of good to see. I think tourists and locals, if I'm not mistaken. Someone I talked to did say that people from Jakarta are going to Singapore now that they can, because the only places that they really travel to are Bali and Singapore. I don't know if that's true. I would imagine people have a lot of destinations in mind now that travel is easier. And it was, even though it took a little bit of time, his own arrival was pretty much second in line to get through there. The document checks for the vaccinations and things, those were a long queue, but it took 2 minutes when I sat down with the lady who did the check. And then the immigration, I think, fairly usual, half an hour or so. So don't let the idea of having extra checks and it having been so difficult deter you from coming to Bali, I would say. It wasn't that much different from your usual arrival here. Oh, beautiful sky. Really miss the Asian sunsets as well. Haven't been in Singapore for a bit. Over a month. And yeah, Singapore has amazing sunsets as well, but Bali I think is better. I'm promising a lot for this video, which is probably a sunset video, so let's hope it turns into a very orange sky. No, thanks. That's a very nice way of putting it though. It's always okay to offer stuff. It's fair enough when someone says no as well. Dogs are playing. I don't know if it's the dogs. This morning as I got out of my room, um, someone had left their greetings. Not a cat, definitely a dog-sized greetings in the hallway there. They were cleaned very promptly though. There are quite a few dogs around in Bali, often fed by people and hotels and businesses. But you see them playing around, often on the beaches as well. It is really beautiful. I really hope the camera is picking it up as it is. Sometimes the sky doesn't come up so beautifully as it really is. But it really, really is a beautiful, beautiful evening on the beach. This is actually the beach where they also sometimes release baby turtles back into the sea. I've done that once with the charity or the organization that does that, and it's a really fun thing to do if you come to Bali with kids. Make sure if you're here during that time, I think now would be within that time when you can release them, but they release them whenever they hatch, so you have to go to them and find out when that is, and then you can come and queue, pick up a baby turtle and let them go into the sea. It's a very fun activity, and even as an adult, I think you really root for them and wonder if they made it, even though the chances are not so great. But you know, saving many of them will mean that some of them make it. And I like to think if you release one, then you can always think about that as one you'll encounter somewhere in the sea when you're out there. If you ever go out there on a boat or something. Someone has put their names in writing in the sun. And the sun shades are starting to come down now that the sun is setting as well. You can see some of the bigger restaurants at the back there as well. I think that's actually part of the shopping complex that's right behind me there. So there's a shopping center right here at Kuta. I visited it once. I think I went to eat there. Yeah, if you like shopping, then I'm sure it's fine. It's not something I miss when I come to Bali, but in case you do, there is a shopping center with restaurants and shops. I do love the sound of the sea, the waves, and happy people as well. The whole place has a really nice feel. And it was supposed to rain today, so we're very lucky. Very, very lucky. It's been just a little bit cloudy all day. And then a darker cloud that you can see at the background there just sort of came up in the last hours or so. I think there's someone fishing as well. Wonder if those waves are bringing in some fish. But yeah, it's been absolutely perfect day. Just around 30, a little bit under degrees. No rain whatsoever, even though it was forecast. And just beautiful all day. I've been so excited about being back in Asia and having a warm pool to swim in that I swam twice today. Done 2 kilometers today instead of my usual one. I really do miss that when I'm not here. Not Bali specifically, but Singapore as well. I think it's a thing you get when you are born somewhere cold, and you live your life and you have those experiences of it being cold and the summer being really short. Then you come somewhere like Bali, where it's just always this amazing weather. And it's not actually, today it's not hot as such, even though I've just arrived, 2 days? How many days have I been? When did I land in Singapore? On Sunday evening, and now it's Tuesday evening. So what is that, 2 nights? So I'm not acclimated yet to it being so warm. It does feel very warm, but it doesn't feel that way sort of horribly hot and humid. Oh, humid, yeah. That would be fair enough to say, but it's very pleasant temperature for being 30 or around 30. Oh, wow, I think some people are playing football there. They've got 2 teams, yellow and orange. I hope the sky is going to turn really amazing once the sun goes a little tiny bit further down. I hope for an orange. We'll see. You can probably, if you want, even take a sneak peek. But usually actually the sort of most beautiful sunsets are often not the ones when you just have a clear sky. But when the clouds break it up a little, sometimes you get really amazing patterns and colors. We'll see. I really love the sound of the waves. I hope the mic is picking those up. In the distance there, if you are looking at this on a big screen, you can see the kind of statue there. That's a massive statue. I think they might have finished it now, or is it still just the Garuda, the bird, and there's going to be the god sitting on top of it as well? But it is absolutely a massive, massive statue that's been being built for quite a while. I have to check if that's finished now, or it's still missing the final part of it. That sky is just really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. What a setting for your football game. And yes, it is football, not soccer. Some of the kites are on the sky as well. I don't really see them well on the screen. I hope it's picking them up when I say kites. I have to admire anyone who's carrying anything on their head. That would not go well for me for the first week or so. I think the little crabs have already started building their stuff. Do they eat things and they just kind of spit out these little balls of sand? Is that how it works? You sometimes see them on the sand, but more often you see these structures where they just kind of guess they're inside there and they're making these patterns. I think there's a temple behind there as well. You can see some of the structures. So the previous video, which will probably be on the channel, I walked through from Legian to Kuta a little bit, just the city areas. This is so much nicer. I don't mean that in any other way, but it was so busy with people selling stuff and all of that. And this is just very, very calm. Lovely. But of course it's nice to have areas with restaurants and bars and all of that. Nice to have services. I'm glad people have started them again. Glad we're all able to come here first of all and then help each other out by buying stuff and you know, bringing back the tourist industry as well, which will be important to so many places, if not all places. I think it's been a huge part, whether it's domestic travel or international. It's all been disrupted for the past couple of years, and I think I said earlier that for me, coming back to Bali, it feels like that's significant in this whole saga of the pandemic. Feels like being able to do that is very special after all this time. Because you really just used to get on a plane and go somewhere. Or I used to. I guess I'm in a similar situation as I used to be around 5 or 6 years back, when I was traveling and lived with just a backpack and traveled from place to place, doing some work on the side remotely. And yeah, right now, as I don't have a permanent place in Singapore at the moment, still looking, the rental prices are horrendous at the moment. So yeah, I'm still looking. So I don't have that place. It really brings back memories of being here as well. It was 1 month in Bali at some point, and that was a lovely, lovely time. And very fond memories. So in many ways, it's really, really nice and fun to be back. It's always been a fun place, a beautiful place to visit. I'm so happy that people are coming back, and I'm sure the restaurant owners and shop owners and taxi drivers and, you know, everyone will be happy too that things are coming back together. Yeah, we'll see if it goes like this and just kind of flattens out into that layer of clouds, or if there will be a kind of great orange sunset. We'll see in a moment. I have to go around a group of people taking photos and jumping, not to end up on their photo. They look like they're having a lot of fun, which is just so good to see. Hey, what are these people? Another group. Everyone was coming here hoping a sunset, I guess. I don't know, year 2020, adventure to Bali. Is this like a travel group? Wow, there are so many of them. Adventure to Bali, that sounds amazing. Well, I hope you had a great adventure, guys. Someone actually said to me when I was coming back to Singapore and Asia, that I'm going on an adventure. which was so fun. You don't tend to think that when you've lived in, or I've lived in Singapore, nearly 5 years now? You don't think of it as such an adventure anymore. But yeah, I'm starting to feel it is an adventure. Especially with the detour to Bali. Does feel that a lot of things are back the way they used to be, or close to back to how they used to be, in a good way. And why not think of it as an adventure as things open up and we move on into a new phase of life and new adventures. The lights are starting to show in the distance. So we're next to the Pullman Hotel here. They have quite nice sea views from those balconies. Oh wow, that would be pretty special. It's not an ad, by the way. Although I'm happy for them to contact me if they want to. Just joking. I'm not making any money with my videos. I'm just happy to bring you guys along. It really does make it much more fun for me. For example, tonight, to walk here and be able to chat to you guys, knowing that you are watching and always commenting, and it's so heartwarming throughout this time when so much has been going on. It's been amazing to have you guys along, even when I've had breaks in my videos. It's just amazing that you keep showing up. It's it's pretty amazing. Oh, there's a really tiny dog. Is that a stray? I don't think that's a stray. Cannot be a stray. So coming to a couple of other big gates here. You're not a stray. You're way too fluffy. I kind of feel like going around this playing field here that's been drawn into the sand. What is that? Cats have this need to sit in any kind of a box or anything like that. Why do I feel the need to go around it, even though it's just been drawn in the sand? I'm sure that's a goal post there, so someone made their own like a playing field. So there's dancing going on. So I guess you can cheat on this, but what do you think? Is there going to be more color on the sky, or is that it? Some people are just out there going into the waves without a surfboard or anything. I saw some pretty big waves though. I guess these places will be shutting down in a moment and opening up tomorrow when the sun comes up again. It does seem like tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day as well, which I'm really happy about, because it did seem like it's going to rain. Like today it was supposed to rain, and tomorrow as well. The chances were pretty high, something like 90% or 80% probability of it raining most of the afternoon. And it just went away, just like that, and it's been absolutely beautiful. Lovely lights at the back there for a restaurant. The lifeguards are trying to get people out of the water as it gets dark. But in case you haven't seen anything from Bali, or you're missing Bali like I did over the past couple of years, it's here. It's possible to come in. Check if you're able to come without a visa, like Singaporeans I think can, or if you can get a visa on arrival like I did. I'm from Finland. But I think if you're European, or well, there are like 60 countries, there's a pretty good chance you're on that list. So have a look if you feel like coming. It's here, things are open, sunsets are still stunning, and other people are already enjoying the sunsets with a drink. So I'm really happy. I'll definitely be back if things keep going this way and everything stays on a good track. Fingers crossed for that. Then I'll be back in September. Oh, the bats are out. Can you see the bats? I love those little bats. Always fun to see them around sunset near water. And this has been absolutely beautiful. I think a little bit of red is starting to appear there in the horizon. I'm definitely going to keep walking until I see what comes of it. It would be a shame to leave halfway into a sunset. Look at the waves. I'm just going to show you the waves. It's very, very beautiful here. And what more can you ask for, really? So my plan from here, just to let you know a little bit about what's coming. I'm going to probably record tomorrow. If the weather is nice as I expect it to be, I'm going to record a couple of more videos in different parts of Bali. Near here, I'll try not to use too much transport. Then I'm going to probably do a little bit of a trip inland, just to see some of the amazing greenery, maybe spot some monkeys. Might do videos of that. And what I can absolutely promise is that I will record a video or a couple of videos near where I'm going towards the end of the week. Which will be a more calm beach type of area or town. But the views are promising to be amazing. I've been there before and that's why I'm going back. Looking really pretty with the lights coming on there as well. I really love the fairy lights that this place is put up for a little bit after sunset. Look at the size of that kite. It doesn't look like a lot when you look at it on the sky, but man, they are pretty massive. So if you'd like to see any of those other videos, then of course you can subscribe to this channel like you can subscribe to any other channel. YouTube, there's a little girl behind me running, and I think her father is recording it. Super, super cute. But I don't film children on purpose. I think you could hear her voice and you could imagine that was super cute. That must have been one really, really amazing sunset video for that girl and her family to enjoy for a long time. But yeah, you can come along and watch just the Bali videos. You don't have to subscribe. You're welcome to come along anyway. But if you do subscribe, then that's very, very nice. Helps the channel as always, and much appreciated that you guys are with me on these journeys. I normally record mostly in Singapore and sometimes in Finland and elsewhere in Europe. There's the ball coming at me, which I'm not going to get because I'm doing this. I think the boys were kind of expecting me to kick it, but that would have been a bit of a challenge right now. There's a fisherman there. I would find it a bit scary that the waves are coming, but he must have done that so many times that he knows they're not going to kind of push him over. There are quite a few dogs here. They tend to come out here to hang out at sunset as well. And still some sports being played. There the dogs go. And if the one goes, they all get super excited. There's one that's just sitting and barking at the back there. I think he's been told by his owner, you're not going there, to join the others. So I really hope you've enjoyed this walk from Kuta Beach towards Legian and Seminyak. It's been pretty much a beach walk. We didn't see much of the surrounding area. There are these really interesting statues that have like an elephant's head and fish tail. I think that's pretty much it for the sunset. It was really beautiful, but I don't think we're going to get more than a little bit of a pink sky towards here. It's already getting darker behind me there. But it's been very, very pretty. Thank you so much for joining me today.